Today, we are going to pull back the curtain on the invisible networks that basically run our entire world. We're talking about ecosystems and how every single living thing is part of this huge interconnected system that we all rely on.
I mean, think about it. Have you ever walked through a forest or maybe just looked out at a garden? Whether it's the park down the street or even just a little potted plant on your desk, you've already been inside an ecosystem today. You're part of one right now, actually.
And that's really the key. None of this is just a random jumble of stuff. It's a system. Everything. The plants, the animals, the water, the soil, it's all woven together in this incredibly delicate and really important balance.
So, this amazing web of life, well, that's what scientists call an ecosystem. But what does that word really mean when you break it all down?
Okay, here's the official definition. At its core, an ecosystem is kind of like a neighborhood. You've got your residents, all the living things, and then you have the house they live in, the streets, the utilities. That's the non-living environment. And the important part is that they're all interacting with each other all the time. To really get a handle on this, let's split it into its two main parts. Because every ecosystem, I don't care if it's a giant ocean or a tiny puddle, is built from these two fundamental pieces.
So on one side, you have the biotic components. That's everything that's alive or was alive once. Plants, animals, fungi, all that stuff. And on the other side, you've got the abiotic, the non-living parts like sunlight, water, soil, and air. The big takeaway here is that you absolutely cannot have one without the other. It's like the abiotic factors set the stage, and the biotic actors are the ones who bring the whole show to life.
And these systems are literally everywhere. You've got the huge terrestrial ones on land, think sprawling forests, vast deserts, you name it. And then you have the aquatic ecosystems, in water, from a little neighborhood pond all the way to the deepest parts of the ocean.
Okay, so we know what the pieces are, but how does the whole thing work? What's the engine that keeps it all running? Well, it really boils down to two huge processes: the way energy flows and the way nutrients get cycled.
First up, let's talk energy. And you gotta know, this is a one-way street. It all starts with the sun. Plants are amazing, they soak up that solar power. Then a herbivore comes along and gets its energy by eating the plant. And finally, a carnivore might come along and get its energy by eating the herbivore. It's this direct transfer of power moving right on up the food chain.
Now, energy just flows through. But nutrients? That's a whole different story. Nutrients are nature's ultimate recycling program. When plants and animals die, decomposers, like bacteria and fungi, get to work. They break everything down and return all those vital building blocks right back into the soil. And that, of course, allows new plants to grow, kicking off the whole cycle all over again.
It truly is a continuous circle of life. That simple phrase just says it all, doesn't it? It's this constant loop of energy and matter, recycling and reusing, that has been powering our planet for literally billions of years.
So look, this isn't just some neat idea from a science textbook. This whole system of cycles and flows is the absolute foundation of our survival. Ecosystems are, quite literally, our planet's life support system.
Seriously, think about it. Every single bite of food you eat, every glass of water you drink, the very air you're breathing right now, that is all a direct gift from a healthy, functioning ecosystem. They work silently in the background, regulating our climate, making sure we have what we need, and providing a home for every living thing, including us.
But, and this is a big but, this critical life support system is in trouble. Things like deforestation, pollution, climate change, all of these human activities are throwing that delicate balance way off. And it's putting not just wildlife, but our own future at risk.
Now, it sounds pretty serious, and it is, but the story doesn't have to end there. Because just as we can be the source of the problem, we can also be the most powerful source for the solution. Every single one of us has a part to play in this.
And you know what? The way forward is actually pretty clear. Planting native trees, cutting back on our waste, saving water and energy, supporting conservation efforts. These might seem like small things, but when you add them all up, when we all do our part, they create a massive, positive wave of change for the planet.
And that brings us to this one final, really powerful idea. Every species, no matter how small, plays a role in keeping the system alive and balanced. Think about that. From the biggest whale in the ocean to the tiniest microbe in the soil, nothing is pointless. And that includes you. We aren't separate from this web. We are right in the middle of it.
So I'm going to leave you with a little challenge. The next time you go outside, don't just see a bunch of trees and some grass. Really look. Try to see the connections. See the energy moving from the sun to a leaf,
Imagine the nutrients cycling deep in the soil beneath your feet. What kind of living, breathing ecosystem can you discover that's doing its quiet magic right there in front of you?